I'm Mike Benton for ThunderVision. From time to time, we'll have distinguished guests drop in Stockton, and certainly no one greater in the ECHL joining us here than Commissioner Brian McKenna, who is in town here for the conference finals. And Commissioner, great to see you again. Essentially, you've always had flattering comments about Stockton and the operation in the 5 years of existence, but what does it mean here for the league with the Thunder in the Final Four for the ECHL per se?
Well, I think it's generally a good thing if we see some different teams from year to year make it deep into the playoffs, and certainly that's occurring this year. Thunder's first time in the conference final. It's exciting for the fans. I think it's good for the market, and it's also good for our league in that in terms of exposure, it's not the same 2, 3, 4 teams getting it year after year. So on balance, a good thing, and again, I'm sure the Thunder fans are very excited about that as well.
You've had some experience in dealing with some pretty high-class owners and some well-run operations here in the ECHL, and this is your first time back since Brad Rowe took over. You had a chance to meet him. How does he compare?
We're very happy to have Brad on board. Certainly a note on Mike Reinsdorf. We really enjoyed having him as an owner in our league. I think not only was he good for Stockton here, but I valued his input and judgment with the Board of Governors over the past 5 years as well. But we're excited to have Brad and his family come on board. I had the opportunity to meet him 3-4 weeks ago and spend 2 or 3 hours with him, and he has a passion for the game. He's very excited about this market, and again, I think he's a guy who's going to be a very good owner, not only for the city of Stockton, but also for the ECHL in general.
I want to ask you a little bit how much this league has dealt with the economic turmoil the country has endured in the last couple of seasons and losing 3 teams in the last 17 months, but yet no one this season. What does that say essentially about the stability of the ECHL?
Well, we hope things have bottomed out. I think what we saw with the economy over the past 2 years, basically, certain markets were certainly harder hit than others. And as you know all too well here in Stockton, Bakersfield, Las Vegas, Southwest Florida, our team down there, again, some of the tougher areas of the country as it related to foreclosures, unemployment, all those economic factors. And I think the teams have really had to work hard to battle through that. So as a league, we hope things have bottomed out. Our attendance this year for the returning teams was basically flat over last year, which in this economy I think is basically a good thing. However, teams had to really work hard. There were a lot more promotions. I think a lot more discounting perhaps on groups, those sort of things, in order to keep people coming to the buildings. But in this sort of tough economy, I think that's good. You're reaching out to the fans, trying to make sure that you stay relevant in the market. And I hope we're through the worst of it, and cautiously optimistic as we move forward to do our planning for the 10-11 season.
And looking ahead, the league next season has the All-Star game again on a West Coast city in Bakersfield. With that being said, does it have any bit of a tie-in in terms of where the league might expand west, say, versus Midwest, as some may have mentioned in published reports?
Well, we hope that we can add a couple of teams in the West. There's nothing on the table right now that's concrete. We'd like to add a couple of teams in the West over the next 2 to 3 years. As we talked about the economy a moment ago, though, we're going to be very cautious as we move forward in terms of expansion to new markets with new ownership groups. We want to make sure that if we do it properly with a good business plan and enough lead time to be able to do it properly. So we would hope that we can add some there, but in terms of new markets, we're more concerned, I think, with the long-term prospects and the ownership group than we are with anything else, I think, at this point.
Commissioner, thank you. Welcome to California, and enjoy.
Great to be here. Looking forward to the game tonight.